Hi, I'm Tanya Sturl of Sturl on Style. Welcome to our 20-minute online breakout session, Dress to Network. Over 40 Females has educational teleseminars that range from fashion to finance, to building your business, strengthening your spirituality, health issues, and endless other subjects. If you are not a member and want to find out more, please go to over40females.com. Our basic online membership starts at only $20 a month. I'm a member and I absolutely love it, so I highly recommend it. And more about me, my name is, again, Tanya Sturl. I'm a personal stylist. I've taken my 20 years experience in the fashion industry, and I now work one-on-one with women, helping them to improve their image and their style. So we're going to focus on dressing to network today. We're starting a new year. It's 2016. I'm sure you have a lot of goals you're setting for yourself, and one of them might be putting yourself out there more, getting to more networking events to drum up business for yourself and meet clients. So we're going to jump into some tips today. One of my favorite quotes, Coco Chanel. Think of this. Dress shabbily, and they remember the dress. Dress impeccably, and they remember the woman. Take this in consideration when you're thinking about what you're going to be wearing to these networking events, because you want to be remembered as that woman who is dressed impeccably, and also that woman who just will be remembered. So just going into quickly why your image is important. We've all heard about the first impression, the 7-second rule. It does happen in less than 7 seconds. So when you walk into that networking event and there's a room full of people and there's a sea full of people, people are turning their heads, right? Checking you out. You're doing the same thing. You're entering that networking event and turning your head and seeing who you noticed or not. The first impression is visual before any other sense. So before you even, hello, this is my name, or extend for a handshake, the first impression is already being made visually. I'm sure you've done it. You've scanned the room, and there's just that little something extra about that woman that you might want to start talking to her. You can't quite explain it, but there's just something visually about her that's appealing. So that's why I want you to be that appealing woman, because an investment in your image is ultimately an investment in your success. You can draw people to you simply by what you're wearing and how you look. So we're going to cover, for dressing to network, how to make a statement before you say a word. Dress like the leading lady of your own movie. Really want you to think about that. Be prepared. How to go from day to night. Updating your dressy looks. That means taking a look from day to night. Remembering that comfort equals confidence. And also, think about wearing a conversation starter. And my number one tip is, before you leave the house or before you leave the office, step into the bathroom, look at yourself in the mirror, and just ask yourself, would I want to meet me? Now, this isn't the time to get all self-critical and nervous and scared, especially if you're an introvert. This is just visually, boom. Do I have the confidence? Do I have the poise? Do I have a smile on my face? Is my lipstick on? Do I feel good? Do I look good? So this is your moment to just really zhuzh yourself up and energetically prepare for stepping into that network event. Being prepared. I suggest to choose 2 outfits the night before. A lot of women, they choose their outfit that morning. That's fine if you're one of them. The reason I do this is you'll be a little bit more prepared the night before. I have that networking event. Who am I meeting? Who's on the panel? Who do I want to connect with? So that you can prepare. It could be you want to meet executive coaches. Well, then show up looking like an executive coach. Wear something tailored. Or you have a product line and you sell handmade scarves and you want to meet people interested in fashion. Well, then wear one of your handmade scarves. So really think about who you're going to be meeting and prepare those 2 outfits the night before. That way, that morning, you can just double check the weather, especially for your shoes. If it's going to rain, bring, boots and change into pumps later. And what I like to say is feel into it. Which one of those outfits is just going to make you feel more confident? And also a little tip, if you're going from day to night, meaning you're going to your office, you're working all day, you're running around, bring a change of shoes, Bring a clutch. Always bring lipstick. A little bit of lipstick goes a long way to just make yourself look a little more refreshed at that end of the day, right? We all get a little bit like, or have our makeup is smeared off by the end of the day. And also, just keep an extra statement jewelry or a fun scarf handy. So this way you can be prepared and go from day to night for those evening networking events. Or some networking events happen in the morning, so you might not have time in the morning to even think about your outfit. You might be getting up at 6 a.m. to commute to a networking event. So choose those outfits the night before. It'll just have you be less nervous. And let's look at some outfits you can consider. Every woman should have a great black dress. Now, you don't want to enter a networking event and have everyone dressed in black or everyone in a sea of black. You need a little bit extra element that's going to make you pop. So if you're comfortable in black and it's that kind of day where you're like, oh my gosh, I just need to be in my black dress, I'm feeling a little bloated, think of ways you can accent it. A beautiful, colorful necklace, a jacket that's white instead of black. White catches the light. You will be totally illuminated in the room. And what about a fun shoe? I mean, if you saw a woman wearing a pump with flowers on it, wouldn't you be like, oh, wow, cute shoes? A fun little handbag. Think of these conversation pieces that can be conversation starters, like a necklace or a fun shoe. This way, you can feel totally secure in that black dress and still have a reason to shine. Instead of a black dress, opt for a power dress in a color. Color attracts the eye. Again, think of that. You're in a room, you're scanning the room. Some of the rooms are, dark or they might be well lit. They're usually in neutral colors, so you want to be in an interesting color. So a cobalt blue dress, this might be something that you've worn in the office that day. Pop a tailored blazer on top of it, and don't forget your accessories. Jewelry is very key. Bring the bling. Everyone's attracted to that shiny object. If you're wearing something sparkly, people are just going to want to naturally come over and start talking to you because they see a little sparkle. And also a little something tailored looks just a little more polished and professional. Just think if you're about to be on a TV interview, what you would want to be seen in. Make yourself a work of art. Find an interesting print. An easy sheath that just glides over your body. This way you're totally going to stand out. Again, if everyone in the room is in solid colors or a sea of black, you'll be standing out as that woman in that beautiful printed dress, a work of art yourself. And then pair it back very simply, a bright red clutch. If you're more comfortable in boots, we are in the fall-winter season right now. Wear a comfortable boot with a chunky heel so you don't feel like you're going to topple over in heels. Gain that stability so you can be in your body, really be present, and have that confidence. Or be the leading lady in red. Red is the number one color that they do put leading ladies in on television. If you do extra work on television, you are told not to wear red so that main character can really pop. Red is a gorgeous color, looks great on almost every woman of every complexion. So consider, instead of that plain old black dress, consider one in red. If you're brave, leopard pumps, to add just a little interest. Again, a conversation starter. Beautiful timepiece like a watch. And have your bag polished, and ready. Have it be neat, no papers flying out of it. Look polished, composed, and prepared. Perhaps you want to make yours a little bit more subtle. You can make the same impact softly. Be the woman who's not wearing black. Blush pink, a metallic pump, an ivory coat. Ivory is gorgeous on women. It reflects light, whereas black absorbs light. So if you're in a light color like ivory, you're actually going to highlight your cheeks, your hair. The light's going to reflect off of you, and you're just going to pop in the room. People will notice you. Jumpsuits are a fun alternative to a dress. Maybe you're in a field, you're a fitness instructor, or you're in fashion. Maybe you're in an industry that's a little bit more adventurous. A jumpsuit is a fun alternative to a dress. Pair it back with a fun blazer or an easy printed kimono just to add a little personal style. Or perhaps you're the woman who doesn't want to scream loudly, who isn't all about color and look at me. Perhaps you hold yourself with an understated sophistication. You still want to put it together in a way that's very composed and very elegant. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with a 1-inch riding boot in a beautiful leather with a buckle detail. You'll be that woman noticed as like, wow, look how well put together she is in just such a subtle way. Perhaps that's your statement. But always remember your jewelry, add a fun scarf. This happens to be a fuzzy, furry one because we're in the fall-winter season right now. And have that beautiful power purse ready. If you've recently had an injury or surgery, then definitely go for low, stable boots. Again, being comfortable will convey that confidence. For you corporate ladies going from day to night, there's an easy way to just layer up. Have that great dress. If you run a little chillier, put a little turtleneck under it. Have a blazer in a color rather than your black blazer, this beautiful berry red. And again, have your jewelry and your power purse ready. So to take it from day to night, you can also have a little clutch as well. Where's my clutch? Oh, my clutch is in the next slide, ladies. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about conversation starters, and a little clutch can be a conversation starter as well. This is Madeleine Albright, iconic for her brooches and pins. So think of your jewelry as a conversation starter. I mean, if you saw a woman wearing 2 doves of peace on her shoulder, wouldn't you want to know what she's all about? A conversation piece and jewelry is also a hint into what your message is. Think of what your messaging is through what you're wearing. If you are a meditation expert and you've been to India, you might want to wear a gorgeous scarf or piece of jewelry you got from India so that people are like, wow, they'll connect with you. These conversation starters are cues to who you are. Madeleine Albright, she probably wore this during a UN conference, or she wanted to convey the symbol of peace. If you're an athletic instructor, you might want to wear fun silver sneakers. So the conversation starter is not just a tool if you're an introvert and you're a little nervous to start the conversation. It's a great way to have people come to you and start talking to you because they're like, wow, what an interesting necklace. It's fascinating what can happen, like the necklace in the middle, or maybe you've been to Africa and you want to start to work with more women who have, jewelry designs that are based and handmade from, you're supporting tribes in Africa. You will absolutely attract people simply by wearing that. And who knows the connections that can happen. It's happened to me where I've just said, I want to meet executive coaches. I've scanned the room, and any woman in a power suit I go up to, and most likely they're in that field. It's happened before. So consider your statement necklace. You could be a little more understated. You could be a little bit more classic, or it could be a travel treasure. Add a scarf. And that's also a quick, easy way. If you totally forgot or you're already at work and then someone called you and was like, meet me at this networking event tonight, and you're like, oh my gosh, and I wore this today, add a scarf. You can run to a store, a Dwayne Reed, a Walgreens, a Target, a Lord & Taylor's. Buy a scarf for $10 and wrap it around your neck. Look at the woman on the right. She's in an all-black suit, and yet just by popping a scarf on top of it, she's just going to add a little detail and look a little bit more polished. Or maybe you want to add a really fun, fuzzy one because you're, that type of woman. The woman on the left, it could also convey your culture, your heritage, your history. That's a Muslim hijab. So maybe you're looking to connect with more women who are, connecting with other women or starting businesses there. So again, choose the accessory to make you pop, but also choose the accessory as a clue to your message of who and how you are and who you want to connect with. Pick your power purse from classic to exotic to minimalist to sporty. I do have a fitness instructor who she insists on carrying her backpack around wherever she goes. And I get mad at her because I'm like, no, when you go to a networking event, you need to have a power purse. But then I thought, wait a minute, if she can find a backpack that's just a little sport, a little dressier, not your basic, rucksack that looks like you just, came from hiking, one that's a little bit dressed up, you're giving that cue. Wow, she's wearing a sporty backpack. I wonder if she's in fitness or a fitness instructor. So again, taking that power purse that suits you, suits your personality, but also gives a little bit of a clue of your profession and what message you're conveying. Here's my clutch. For a hint of whimsy, also to dress up black. Maybe you're comfortable in black. But think of whimsy in these statement pieces. Look at this adorable clutch. It actually has a gold hand with red nails already over it. So if you tend to be, just look at this. What are you thinking of? Maybe she loves vintage clothing. So then maybe you're someone who owns a resale vintage business. And by the way, yes, I did get the clutch vintage, and it opens a whole conversation. The other great thing about a clutch is if you do have a very heavy tote bag or a work bag that you've had your laptop in and all your papers and files, if you can leave it at your shared workspace, if you can leave it at your co-op space, if you can leave it at the office, slip an additional clutch into that work bag so then you can just take your business cards, your phone, your MetroCard, your keys. You can slip those key things into that. Oh, and another little tip for business cards, also think about wearing something with a pocket or a crossbody bag. That's way it's easily accessible. Or I even got an iPhone case that folds, and you can keep business cards right in the front of the iPhone case. So have an accessory, a jacket with a pocket or a clutch or a crossbody bag or an accessory for your phone that has your business cards very easy to access so you can share them. Glasses. Hey, I like your glasses. Maybe your glasses are your statement piece. From colorful ones to big ones, again, they convey, fun, smart, intelligence, and personality. And it could just be a whole conversation starter. Hey, I wear glasses too. Where'd you get yours? Okay, let's talk shoes. For some of you, pumps are just great, quintessential. They look polished. They look professional. I made some suggestions here of some really comfortable ones that I found that my clients are loving. Again, it's all about comfort. So don't wear a 5-inch stiletto if you're going to be toppling over and not comfortable. Go for a 2-inch heel. Even a 2-inch heel gives you a little height, a little elevation. And again, if you were invited to a networking event last minute, you left the house in jeans and a T-shirt, by popping pumps on with it, a scarf and a blazer and a statement necklace, boom, you've now made yourself more camera ready and networking ready. True Galt is an interesting brand. They actually do customized shoes. They scan your foot, crazy technology, and they're custom made to shape your foot. So if you're curious about them, hop online and Google them. Totally comfortable shoes. Flats are everywhere now. Ballerina flats have been around. Everyone has them. I suggest those as your to and from. Make a statement in your flats. Find a texture. Look at the snakeskin. Look at the pop of red. These are flats that are also just a little dressier and a little more fashionable. Or perhaps you want to be known as a woman who's always wearing very cool Oxford shoes or loafers. Find one in metallic. Have your shoes be your fun conversation opener as well. Hey, sneakers can be slick too. Find a pair in purple or silver, and especially, like I said, if you are in some sort of fitness or fitness industry, you might just be striking up conversation in that arena. Again, fall, winter, we're in that season right now, so think and choose wisely. This goes for all year round. I'm just choosing these because we happen to be in the season. Think of your coat, your bag, and your boot and your shoe as your 3 power pieces. Have you ever run into someone in the elevator on the way up to the networking event, and there's kind of that awkward moment of, oh, wait, should I introduce myself yet? Should I talk to this woman? Boom. The first impression is visual. You are stuck in this elevator with 2 other women going to the same event, and there's that nervous moment. Have your coat, bag, and shoes work together, look fun, look immaculate, so that, boom, you're already making that first impression on the ride up to the networking event. Again, choose it, what feels good to you. Maybe you do organic food, an organic food line. So a poncho and a funky fringe purse and suede booties are more your vibe. Or you're more into the black, white, very avant-garde look. The red one is if you're more into like vintage style, very classic. And every woman looks gorgeous in a camel coat. It's fun to think about updating it with this season's color, the oxblood or berry, rather than back to black. to just, again, add a little something different that's going to get you noticed. These are also the three pieces I highly suggest you invest in. If you're looking to spend just a little bit more money on your wardrobe, put it into your coat, your purse, and your boots, and make sure they're real leather, because real leather lasts longer. Your investment will pay off in the long run. So again, think of your own personal style and what you want to convey. Are you classic? Or are you a vintage lover? Are you the minimalist? Very simple, clean lines. So think about that. What statement does your coat make? Right? You're looking at each of these women. You have a little bit different impression on each one. Really look at them. What do you think of the woman on the left? What do you think of the woman on the right? What do you think of the woman in the middle? Each of them is conveying a different statement simply by what they're wearing. So the woman on the left, maybe she's in fashion. The woman in the middle, maybe she's in corporate, very clean and classic. The woman on the right, maybe she handmade that coat herself and she's some sort of artist. So really think about the power of clothing, ladies, to convey your message. Hair and makeup, we're going to touch on this a little bit. Very simple. It's not superficial. It's just to make you look fresh, rested, and vibrant. At networking events, you're working the room. There might be bad lighting in there or good lighting, but you want to just look fresh and prepared. If you're going straight from the office, 3 easy steps. Eye, cheek, lip. Put a little mascara on your eyelashes so your eyes pop out a little more. Dab a little lipstick on your lips so you have some color in your lips so you don't look all, dry or tired. You can even dab your finger on the lipstick and just put a little bit on your cheeks to add a little color. You just want to look vibrant, rested, and energetic. You want to look like someone that's just, ready to network, ready to converse, and that you took a little care in yourself, because others will be like, she's that woman that took that extra step. I trust her. I would trust to work with her because I can see that she cares enough about herself that if I went in business with her, she would care about me as well. So again, the right hair and makeup can go a long way. Beautiful, clean hair. Look at that. Just a pop of red lipstick, a little bit to smooth out the blemishes and to make her eyes pop. Does it look like she has a ton of makeup on? No, but she just looks a little bit more ready, polished, beautiful, vibrant. Think about adding a pop of color. Now, this is actually one of my clients I worked with. She's usually wearing black or brown and dull colors. We put her in this beautiful soft aqua blue color that makes her eyes pop. So again, if you're looking at colors and wondering what colors to wear, look at colors that enhance your eye color, your hair color, and that are going to make you pop. You'll be the one that stands out in the room. Comfort equals confidence. This is for your clothes. If you're not comfortable in very stiff, structured clothing, then opt for something soft and drapey yet still elegant. It's another one of my clients I worked with. She's a fuller figured woman, so she thought, you know what, the secret is wear black because that minimizes me. Now, on the left in the black dress and the yellow top, she looks cute. She did her pop of color, but then we found a dress that just has the right drape and the right color. Which version of her would you talk to more, looking at the one on the left or the right? Think about that when you go to dress for yourself. So once we put her in that dress, she just came to life and she just glowed. She didn't feel like she needed to hide. Again, think about it. From plain to Pow, another client of mine, she was updating her profile picture, but also she's a lawyer. She worked in corporate. Now she's in business for herself. The picture on the left, can you imagine walking into a room with a bunch of women with white shirts and black jackets? How are you going to stand out? We put her in a gorgeous emerald green, which we also devised as her signature color. Not only does she love the color personally, she's targeting health and wellness and fitness instructors to help them with their business law. So a health and wellness instructor might be a little more apt to going up to her wearing beautiful green than, oh, wow, she seems a little cold or stiff or serious in that, very typical black and white suit. So, again, feel into it. Feel what's right for you. And it's a simple way to go from plain to Pow, adding a little color. And she didn't forget her jewelry, and hair and makeup is done beautifully. So, again, ask yourself, from the first impression to a lasting one, how will you be remembered? You went to the networking event, you made the connections, you got yourself noticed, you handed off the business card. Now it's a week later. You want to be remembered. You want to be remembered as, oh gosh, that was the woman in the red dress, or that was the woman with the funky glasses, or that was the woman with the handmade coat from India. You need to leave them with a little something visual to be remembered. Have you ever done that? You've got the 10 business cards of the people you met, and you're going through them, and you just can't remember who's who. Write down a little visual clue on that business card as to who you met. The woman with the red hair, the woman with the great purse. And it can also be a little tip you can use in the follow-up. Hey, I remember you asked about my shoes. This is where I got them. Want to meet for a coffee date? So think about that. Long after the networking event is done, how will they remember you? You can have anything you want in life if you dress for it. So dress for success to that next networking event. Thanks for listening today. If you want to sign up for more of these styling tips, you can go to my website, sterlonstyle.com. You can also follow me. My gosh, I am constantly updating my Pinterest boards with great shoes, dresses, where to shop, Polyvore board. I'm putting great outfits together for my clients there. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. So those are the ways to follow me and find more styling tips. And as a really great, just huge thank you for listening in, and a thank you for Over 40 Females, I'm offering a virtual style session from the comfort of your home. Just email me at Tanya@sterlonstyle.com, and I'll extend the offer even past January if you're listening into this later. It's a $150 value for only $50. Have your questions ready. Have your garments ready. We'll go on Skype. We'll go on the iPhone, and I will actually look at your clothes with you and tell you what's working, what's not, and how to put a great outfit together right from your closet. So I really thank you all for listening in today, and I hope you found this to be helpful. For even more great advice, including some of my past online events and a bunch of quality information from Over 40 Females, go to over40females.com/educational video library. And thank you so much for Over 40 Females. I look forward to connecting with you all, and have a great 2016.